Well, good morning students. Today in this zoology class of class 10, zoology class, we will discuss about the excretion unit. Those are present in the chapter 6, life process. We have already completed what? Nutrition, then respiration, then transportation. After that you see there is a excretion is present. So excretion chapter topic we will discuss the excretion in human beings. Botany part plants, botany, but here zoology will discuss about the excretion in human beings. You know what is excretion first? All living organism excretes. Okay, all living organism. What is excretion? Excretion is nothing but the removal of unwanted toxic nitrogenous waste product from the blood or body in the form of urine by a pair of kidneys called as the excretion. So nitrogenous toxic waste product. So we always never take any type of toxic compound. Okay, as you know, okay, willingly never take toxic waste product. But how it forms? That means it will form. That is, those are different type of foods we have taken, especially the proteins parts. Proteins, they contain the amino acid. They are nitrogen compound based. After all digestion and absorption, all nutrients goes to the blood to different body parts. In the bloods, they are supplied to every organs. So what will happen there? And metabolism, which is called as that means utilization of the nutrients, carbohydrate, proteins. The proteins, what will happen after utilization? When the deamination takes place, toxic substances are formed. Such the toxic substances in case of human being mostly is the nitrogenous compound in the form of urine, in the form of urea. Nitrogenous compound in the form of urea. Other also having creatine and such like, but chiefly the urea which should goes out from the body. That's why body eliminate it in the form of urine. We urinate. So in urine, the nitrogen waste product goes out from the body. Otherwise it creates problem. If we stay more time in the blood, it creates problem. Second, that's why blood goes to the kidney, where the filtration of nitrogen waste product occurs, and that filtered or urine goes out via our excretory system to the outside from the blood. So humans have a well-developed excretory system, which is consists of a pair of kidney, bean-shaped structure. A pair of kidney. Firstly, a pair of kidney. That is bean shape. You have already seen shape of bean seed shape, rajma, arana. There you see middle point one whole having and bean shape. Here also one pair of reddish brown colored. In case of us, kidney present, bean shape. Okay, in the abdomen part. Okay, in the abdomen side, both side of the backbone, abdomen, bean shape. Bean also such like a geometry hole having. Here also having hole. Through this hole, blood from the body enters here for their filtration to removal of nitrogen waste product. After removal, they again goes out. Okay, after removal in the kidney, they goes out. Renal vein, renal artery and renal vein. And those toxic remain inside the kidney. They are carried by a pair of ureter. That means ureter carries the urine and store in a urinary bladder. And urinary bladder through a small tube which is called as the ureter, it connects to the male and female genital organ. Okay, male and female genital organ. Male it connects to the penis, and in the female it will also connect to the female reproductive system and male and female reproductive system. So through which the urine goes out from the body. So firstly, what is our human respiratory system is consists of one pair of kidney, one pair of ureter, one urinary bladder and urethra. Okay, which is able to filter out the nitrogenous toxic compound in the form of urine. Now, how the urine is formed inside the kidney? That is the mechanism of urine formation. That is the mechanism of urine formation. How urine is formed inside the kidney? That is the mechanism of urine formation. In a book, if you see, there all are not so vastly given, but in higher secondary you will know more vastly. But before that, you see, if you cut the LS of a kidney, longitudinal section of a kidney, you will be able to see there are two parts, cortex and medulla. Two parts having outer part cortex, inner side the medulla. So there you see millions of small tube-like structure are present. Millions of smaller tube-like structure are present, which are the main structural and functional unit of the kidney, which helps in the removal of nitrogenous waste product or in the formation of urine. Okay, this unit, there are million of such structure present, and such structure is called as the nephron. So structural and functional unit of the kidney is the what? Nephron. So millions of nephron arranged together which help in the removal of waste product from the blood, because blood enters to the cytosol. So what happened is nephron structure you see in a puja dose and a half balloon, here also a balloon tube like that. Here also tube only, but one end swells up. One end swells up and other end joins to a tube which is duct which is called a collecting. All joins to the collecting duct. All collecting duct, all millions of the collecting duct, and collecting duct goes out, comes out in the form of ureter, which carry the urine from both kidney stored in the urine. Clear? Now you see what is the structure of the nephron? That tube-like structure. One end swells up in a book having that cup-shaped end. That is swells up. That is the tube. Another you forgot about them. All these are. That is the tube-like structure, cup-like structure swells up, and another curls. Firstly coil, then comes out, comes U-shape. It will form ascending and descending limb. Again curl and they join to the collecting. One tube, one end join to the collecting duct, and other end by giving the various shape, by forming various shape, it will again end in the cup shape structure, which is actually called as a Bowman capsule. In a book only cup shape structure having, but cup is very much interesting. That cup like structure where inner side cavity having, that is called Bowman capsule, cup shape structure. So what happens? Cup shape structure, after that it again called and comes down and up. U-shape structure, it is called as a loop of Henle. This is called as the proximal convolutal tubule. When comes down and U-shape, that is called a Henle loop, Henle invented. After that, the last part of the nephron, that is called a distal convolutal tubule. But in our book only having the tubular part, that is the capsule or cup shape structure. Other part only giving the tubular part. Not so much vastly having in our book, but you should know it. What happened? Bowman capsule, tubular part, various tubular part, after that join to the collecting. That is the structure simply. So what happens when blood enters to the renal artery to the kidney? Suppose it is the artery, renal artery. After that you see this hand, what happens? Becomes the fingers, smaller than the hand. Okay, that is the like that artery when enters to the kidney, it forms many small branches which are called the arterioles. And each arteriole, that is the one arteriole you see. It is actually called the affine arteriole. One arteriole goes which carry the blood to each everything, everywhere they goes, each and every nephron they goes, one branch. That's why it is a very complex structure kidney. So when it goes, inner side of this cup shape structure cavity having Bowman shape capsule cavity. So when it goes, inner side of the cavity, it will form again smaller branches network. Smaller branches network, we know arteriole then more lighter, that is called capillary. Those capillary network forming and comes out as a effer and comes out and surrounding the all tubular part. What happens? Blood goes by forming capillary network inside this cavity and comes out and surrounding the all tubular part of the nephron. Okay? So when the blood goes and forming the capillary network, that capillary network inside the Bowman capsule is called as the what? Glomerulus. 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 We know that capillary is so much like membrane of the blood vessels, so much like that. Molecules and gases, everything comes out and in. Easily diffusion can take place. So much like membrane. So what happens? You know this is wider than capillary. Arteriole is wider than capillary. So when blood goes here and flow, where circulate, flow and goes out, goes inner side goes and flows, due to the more hydrostatic pressure in the blood, what having, we know both essential and non-essential elements having. Essential elements like glucose, carbohydrate, proteins, all these are carbohydrate, proteins, mineral, vitamins, all are essential. And non-essential, we have already told after metabolic activity what are formed. Nitrogenous toxic substances like urea, uric acid, hippuric acid, such like also present. So what happens? Firstly, due to the more pressure, both essential and non-essential are filtered out to this cavity. Filter out to the cavity from the blood, capillary network, or from the glomerulus. As from the glomerulus, due to more pressure, both essential and non-essential, firstly, essential and non-essential filter out. That filtrate is called as a glomerular filtrate. and it is take place in the glomerulus of the glomerulus inside the Bowman's capsule. It is called as the glomerular filtration. That is the first step of mechanism of urine formation. What? Glomerular filtration. That filtrate now tries to go inner side of the tubule to the various part and tries to go up to collecting duct. So what happens when they goes down? They goes down, then what will happen? Because you see glomerular filtrate contains both essential and non-essential elements. I have told you. Essential materials you have taken by the food. If they goes out, then what will happen? No any benefit of taking any food. No any benefit of taking food, yes or not? Because essential elements after digestion, carbohydrate, protein, fat is a very essential for the body. If they filter out, then what will happen? No any value of the diet. So that's why essential elements against reabsorbed by the these are FI comes out and surrounding the defined partner. So they essential elements again reabsorb to the blood. That's why they surround the tubular part. Because essential elements should be reabsorbed. So by defined various techniques like diffusion, osmosis, such like techniques, essential elements like glucose, amino acid, vitamins, minerals, they goes to the blood. But non-essential elements remaining inside the tubules and goes to the last part of the tubule. That is the distal converter tubule of the nephron. So what we have said, that means essential elements reabsorbed. The second step is the what? Tubular reabsorption. That is the tubular part. Yes, here essential elements goes to the blood, reabsorbed again. After filtration, first step glomerular filtration, second step tubular reabsorption. That means those essential elements again reabsorbed by the blood. But non-essential remaining inside the tubules, they go to the last part. Non-essential, urea, uric acid, those are nitrogen toxic elements, they will not absorb. But essential absorb. As the essential absorb, reabsorb, that step is called tubular reabsorption. After that tubular secretion, that is the last step of the urine formation. That means the last part of the nephron, that is called, I have told you the distal converter tubule, and you know the mention the last part of the nephron, that is sufficient for you. So the last part of the nephron is under the control of a hormone, which is called as the antidiuretic hormone, vasopressin, released by the actually brain, this pituitary gland hyper, that there what will happen in the brain pituitary gland those having, they actually what releases the this hypothalamus, this hormone which is called as the vasopressin or antidiuretic. You need not to mention here, you should know it. This hormone regulates the, as the nitrogenous waste product goes to the last part, here when they become concentrated. So water, suppose you have taken too much water, then water too much urinate also, yes or not? Because body no need so much of water, then water secrete to the, along with this nitrogenous waste product, the water when released from the blood, then the urine, it will now become urine. So in the last part, water secretion, water is controlled. That means how much urinate. If you take more water, then more urinate. If you take less water, then concentrate urine. So like that, urine is here whatever it is controlling each and every nephron last part. So along with the water and nitrogenous waste product in the form of urine, they go to the collecting duct. So all secret the collecting duct, the nitrogen waste product in the form of urine, and they ultimately finally comes out as the ureter, and in the ureter they carry the urine and store in the urinary bladder, and finally goes out for the ureter to the male and female urogenital system, or male and female reproductive system, or you may say the male and female reproductive system. It will connect with, and through which you get urine. It goes up from the body. Yes, these are the main system of urine formation, mechanism of urine formation. What? Firstly, glomerular filtration, essential, non-essential, firstly both filter out. Then essential again get absorbed, tubular reabsorption. After that, along with the nitrogen waste product, nitrogen waste product goes out in the form of urine, droppers, every nephron. Then they are collected by the ureter, one pair of ureter, stoic urinary bladder. When reflexes take place, body releasing in the form of urine to the male and female genital organ. That is about the excretion in human being. Now you see, if the person fails to filter such type of toxic waste product, nitrogenous waste product, then what will happen? If a person, there is a several problem due to his kidney fails, kidney damaged. If one kidney remain, then also survive, because it has millions of nephron working together. Okay, but if both kidney fails, then also person can survive. Okay, how? There is another technique having, which is called as artificial kidney or dialysis machine. What? Artificial kidney or dialysis machine, through which the patient can survive up to some distance. Okay, that is artificially nitrogenous waste product can be removed by a machine. Artificially nitrogenous waste product like the urea, uric acid, which goes out generally in urine, they can be removed by a machine which is called as the artificial kidney or dialysis machine. What is it you see? There is nothing but a one you see face like structure, there box any. Okay, seal box. There are several techniques having, there are several kind of digital, there is actually machine. Inner side of what I mean, firstly what is present inside of the machine you see. Inside the machine what having, this box like inner side a very liquid present, which is very interesting and very, which is called as a dialysis liquid or dialysis fluid. However, in that fluid, one semi-permeable tube is deep. That means in the liquid, a semi-permeable tube, very much interesting and very much that are made up in a specific way. Semi-permeable tube, membranous tube. Semi-permeable tube is deep in this liquid. And two end, one end this one end this one. Outside. And also outlet also present there. Outlet firstly is closed. So those liquid present, that is called dialysis fluid or dialysis liquid, and tube is called semi-permeable tube, and that is the outlet for use to remove the used fluid. Now what happened you see? Suppose patients both kidney fails, they are not able to filter the nitrogen waste product by the kidney, then the person swells up to create further respiration, several problems. So at that time what will happen? Patient's blood is connected by a tube, okay, that is called a dialysis tube, from which the blood is collected from the body. After giving the body temperature, their body temperature being the blood, so by decreasing the body temperature up to 0 degree also, by adding the anticoagulant, otherwise blood is clot, so anticoagulant also mixed. They allow to one end join to this semi-permeable tube, and this blood allowed to pass through this semi-permeable tube which is deep in the dialysis fluid. Now what will happen? When this blood allows to flow through this semi-permeable tube, then you see inner side of the tube blood is present, outer side what happen? Outer surface dialysis liquid happen. Both are liquid if separated by semi-permeable tube. What will happen? Physical technique, especially the image says the osmosis and diffusion, such like physiological techniques will take. So these are technically prepared in such a way that when this blood flow through the semi-permeable tube, nitrogenous waste products goes out through the diffusion or osmosis to the dialysis fluid from the blood. Nitrogenous waste product only can goes out. Their holes are such type, it is made up of such type of tube, semi-permeable tube. That means urea, uric acid, creatine, those are actually generally urine. In the urine, they gradually goes out to the dialysis liquid. How much percentage goes out, it is shown by the machine in the upper one. How much percentage they goes out from the blood. So there is a limit. Up to one time it will not able to remove all nitrogen waste product. Gradually. So first up to which limit, there is a machine, there are a technician, they knows. So what will happen? When the nitrogen waste product goes to the blood, okay, then that blood again fitted to the patient body by giving body temperature and by removing anticoagulant. They again give to the, again fitted to the, one side goes and one side again fitted to the patient body. There is a circulation. But what will happen there? Nitrogenous waste product present now in the, they will gradually goes to the dialysis fluid, which use dialysis fluid. When the more nitrogenous waste product will be in the dialysis fluid, later goes out through this outlet use fluid, and this blood which again fitted to the patient body, there what will happen, nitrogenous waste product present very much less amount, because maximum are removed by this artificial kidney. Okay, that is a substitute of the kidney if the kidney fails, and the person can survive up to some extent by doing the, this is called the dialysis. That process is called dialysis, by which the artificially nitrogenous waste product can be removed. That's all about this, the excretion chapter. If you have any doubt, you may clear your doubt in a preferable in a routine time. And also you do all questions, any problem you may ask also. Okay, that is about the excretion in human being. After that, we go to the control and coordination. Okay, thank you. That's all.